The new V-Ray Toon Shader offers more control for creating stylistic cartoon or cel-shaded looks for your models. If we start the IPR, you can see we have an untextured robot model in the scene. Let's give this a moment to load here. Now, in the V-Ray toolbar, let's locate the V-Ray Toon icon and click to activate it. You will see the IPR updates instantly with the Toon effect, creating cartoon-style outlines on the edges of our robot. Here you'll find the global outline settings, allowing you to change the global line width and line color for the objects in your scene. For example, increasing the line width will give the robot very thick lines, while bringing it down will make the lines very subtle. Note that the line width controls are based on the depth of the objects in the scene. This means that lines closer to the camera will appear thicker, and those further away from the camera will be thinner. Okay, let's bring it back to the default. Next, let's create a V-Ray Toon material from the Hypershade. The new Toon material gives you more advanced options for controlling the shadows and light affecting the material, as well as options to use textures to create an even more customized look and feel. To apply it, let's select the geometry and then assign the Toon material to it. Now, let's take a look at the Toon material settings. First, I'm going to try experimenting with the diffuse ramp. If I adjust these control points, you'll see that they affect the shading on the robot, corresponding to the amount of light the robot receives. The left side of the diffuse ramp is responsible for the parts in shadow, the far left corresponding to 0 light intensity, and the far right side of the diffuse ramp is displayed when the light intensity is at 1 or above. We can also adjust the colors of each control point to create a variety of different styles. Meanwhile, we can use the diffuse ramp offset to basically increase the overall ramp position for all of the control points, which makes our robot appear lighter and less contrasty the further we move the offset to the right. We can also use the offset to create a more interesting look for our geometry by plugging in a custom ramp or a grayscale texture. For example, I'm going to load in a texture which emulates the look of a hand-drawn sketch. You'll see that the texture immediately updates in the IPR, and we can adjust the UVs to change its size and make it more subtle. Okay, I'm going to remove the texture and return the offset to 0, and let's now try some different colors with our robot. For example, we can pick various shades of red on the diffuse ramp to make a smooth transition. Let's use dark red for the shadows and a bright red-orange color for the highlights. Now, to control the highlights, scroll down and locate the reflection color, and let's increase it a bit towards white. Then, if we set the reflection glossiness to 0.75, you'll instantly see additional reflections appear on the robot. I'll bring the reflection color down just a bit now. Alright. If we drop down the anisotropy rollout below, you will find the Highlight Shape preset parameter. Here you can choose a fixed shape preset or even customize it using the curves and points to suit your own taste. In this case, I'm going to leave it on the default. Okay, now that you've seen a few different ways that we can customize and stylize our characters, let's go ahead and apply 2 more V-Ray Toon materials to the robot that were created in advance to complete the robot's texturing.